Back in the 90s, NASA launched a school bus-sized telescope into space, and it literally changed how old we think the universe is. NASA and the UK started launching space observatories really as early as the 1960s, but in the 70s, they started working on plans for a really large space telescope. Before we get into this, you may be wondering, why couldn't they just use a really powerful telescope here on Earth? And the short answer is the atmosphere. The atmosphere tends to blur and distort lights from really far away, and NASA also wanted to observe ultraviolet and near-infrared light, which is hard to observe from Earth. So Congress approved funding in the 70s, and they were originally calling it the Large Space Telescope, very on-the-nose name. But in 1983, it was officially renamed the Hubble Telescope, after Edwin Hubble, who discovered that the universe is expanding back in the early 1900s. They began work on the Hubble telescope, and its design, put very simply, it's basically a giant metal tube with a mirror inside, and the giant mirror inside reflects the light from stars and planets back to cameras and computers. And then it also has these solar panel wings that it gets its energy from. So they launched this in 1990 aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. When they got the telescope in place, they realized that the mirror actually had damage on it. So 3 years later, Space Shuttle Endeavour arrived to fix it, and since then, we have gotten some pretty incredible images from the Hubble telescope. These are a couple of the most famous ones. So they originally used to think that the universe had no age, it was just infinite, but after Hubble launched, they were able to give it an age of 13.7 billion years. They've also analyzed black holes, discovered new things about our solar system, discovered new galaxies, and so much more. The Hubble telescope makes an orbit around Earth every 95 minutes, and if you want to know what it's looking at right now, NASA has a website, spacetelescopelive.org, and you can see what the Hubble telescope is looking at, as well as the James Webb telescope, which is an even cooler telescope that I should probably make a whole video about as well.